Hi guys, I'm Ashish and this is my channel Medico Academy India and I welcome you all in top 25 countdown series, and today is the discussion on biochemistry questions. So guys, here I'm going to discuss 25 most important questions of NEET, CSIR, DBT, ICMR, JRF, and moreover the MSc and PhD entrances. So guys, first question is, which of the following is an unsaturated fatty acid? So guys, fatty acid itself is very important when you are going to read the biochemistry topics. So what happens in such type of question, you don't have to use any concept. What happens here, the things should be memorized, that is easily memorized, and you have to set a trick, and that trick will be followed in the examination. That becomes easier. So guys, options are A, palmitic acid, B, arachidonic acid, C, oleic acid, and D, linoleic acid. So guys, only two amino acids which are saturated, that is stearic amino acid and palmitic amino acid, and otherwise four amino acids which are very important, and you should remember these amino acid name which are unsaturated fatty acid. Unsaturated fatty acids are arachidonic acid, oleic acid, linoleic acid, and linoleic acid. Which one is option D? So guys, for this type of question, if they are asking not an unsaturated fatty acid, then what? They are saturated fatty acid. Saturated fatty acids are A, that is palmitic acid, and stearic acid. So the answer will be A, that is palmitic acid. So guys, question number 2 deals with which of the following is most abundant amino acid. This is very important question, and it is asked in NEET and JRF exams, and also in MSc and PhD entrances. So guys, options are A, methionine, that is sulfur containing, B, lysine, that is basic, C, tryptophan, and leucine. So guys, what will be the answer? These types of questions are direct. If you remember, then you will answer. If you are not going to remember, you are not memorizing these things, then you are not able to answer these questions. So guys, the answer is D, that is leucine. Leucine is the most abundant amino acid, and tryptophan is the rarest amino acid. So guys, question number 3, chemiosmotic hypothesis was discovered by. Guys, very important here, you have to remember the scientist name, which are very important. They are asked frequently. So guys, options are A, James Anderson, B, Fire and DeMello, C, P. Mitchell, and D, Kelvin. So guys, who gave this chemiosmotic hypothesis? Chemiosmotic hypothesis, if you remember, is the topic of what? Photosynthesis, where proton is just pumped out. So guys, what is the option? What is the answer? So guys, the answer is C, that is P. Mitchell. Guys, when I'm going to talk about these questions of any discipline, then what you have to do, you have to first open a notebook, and just what you do, you just mark 1 to 25 number, and by the time I'm going to answer, you have to write the answer. I'm giving 5 seconds of time in answering that question. In that time, you have to write the answer and corresponding to that number. So guys, that will help, and no modification after that. And at the end, you will see what is your preparation level and what is your the status in the examination going to be. So guys, question number 4 is, which of the following is the example of hormone that binds to nuclear receptor? So guys, nuclear receptor, if they are going to bind, they should be what? Steroid amino acid, steroid hormone. So guys, just look at these options. Epinephrine, which is what? Amino acid derivatives. Insulin, which is itself is a protein. Prostaglandin, again, is amino acid derivative. And D is thyroxine. Thyroxine is the hormone which binds to the nuclear receptor. Very important question, very important question, I would say. So guys, the answer is D. Guys, question number 5 deals with structurally most complex amino acid. Again, when we are going to talk about amino acid, you just have to what do? You have to remember the answer. You remember the amino acid, and like basic amino acid, neutral amino acid, aliphatic amino acid, that is proline, and everything you should have to be memorized in these type of questions. So guys, A is tryptophan, B is tyrosine, C is phenylalanine, and D is proline. Proline is amino acid. You must यहाँ पे आप नोट कर लो कि proline is what? Is an amino acid, not amino acid. So guys, amino acid they ask, you have to answer D, that is proline. But structurally most complex amino acid is tryptophan. No doubt tryptophan. So the answer is A, that is tryptophan. Which of the following has beta pleated sheet structure? Again, when you are going to discuss the structural organization of the protein, then what happens? Alpha helix and beta sheets are the secondary structures which are very prevalent in proteins. So guys, here the question is, which is the beta pleated sheet structure? Skin keratin, hemoglobin, troponin, myosin. So guys, which of the following is beta pleated sheet? Just answer. The answer is A, that is skin keratin. Skin keratin has beta pleated sheet, whereas hair keratin has alpha helix. Hemoglobin, all know tertiary structure, troponin helix, again myosin helix. So guys, what happens? The answer is A, that is skin keratin. Fructose is mainly transported into cell via which mode of transport the fructose follow? Passive diffusion, active transport, facilitated diffusion, or transport, or D, all of the above. So guys, what happens in case of fructose? Fructose is transported into the cell via facilitated diffusion, that is facilitated transport, where carrier protein is required, but what happens? No consumption of energy is there, no ATP consumption is there. So this kind of transport system is facilitated diffusion. So the answer is C. Again, question number 8, very easy question. In biochemistry questions you will have, in biochemistry exam I would say, you will see some types of questions like which is related to immunology and cell bio and like mol bio. So guys, prepare all the subsidiary disciplines along with the biochemistry if you are going to appear in biochemistry exam. So guys, type 1 hypersensitivity is due to IgD, IgE, IgM or IgA. So guys, the answer will be B, that is IgE. IgE is type 1 hypersensitivity molecule. Biotin is a vitamin. It is. What is the name of biotin? Biotin is B10, B9, B7 or B3. B3 is niacin cancelled. B9 and B10 nothing relevant with name. B7 is the only molecule which is known as biotin. So guys, the answer is C. 10. Which of the following is mainly responsible for CRE gene activation? So guys, which of the following secondary messenger is just responsible for Crab protein regulation, you can say, or Cre gene activation? Here CAMP, ATP, CGMP and GTP. These 4 are options. Which one is correct? You have to decide. So the answer is A, that is CAMP protein, CAMP secondary messenger, the CAMP, which is responsible for CRE gene activation. And I emphasis on the term mainly. Just remember, mainly. They are asking mainly responsible for CRE gene activation. So you have to take cyclic AMP, that is A. So guys, 11 number question says right-handed alpha helix is situated in which of the following Ramachandran plot? So the Ramachandran plot is sci-fi curve where CC bond and CN bond of the amino acid is depicted as in the form of a plot where there are 4 quadrants. First upper left, then lower left, then upper right, then lower right. So guys, now where is the position of alpha helix in the Ramachandran plot? Lower left quadrant, upper left quadrant, lower right quadrant and upper right quadrant. So guys, again I would like to tell you that upper left quadrant has what? Has left-handed alpha helix. And what happens in like upper right quadrant has beta sheet. So guys, the answer is A. You just have to, what have to do? You have to see the image of the Ramachandran plot. That will be clear. So the answer is lower left quadrant. Lower left quadrant has right-handed alpha helix. So question number 11 is which is the linker subunit of histone. Histone is the octamer, an octamer, and octamer may that has configuration of H2A, H2B dimer and H3 and H4, 2H3, 2H4 and dimer of 2 dimer of H2A, H2B. So guys, what happens here? Which is the linker subunit of histone? Linker subunit is H1. Nothing relation with the octamer organization, but it links. Who discovered DNA polymerase? Very easy question. A. Kornberg, J. Warburg, Francis Crick and Kary Mullis. So guys, answer is A, that is A. Kornberg. Again, UVR protein is related to. So guys, here the answers are A, nucleotide excision repair, B, base excision repair, C, direct repair mechanism, and D, homologous recombination repair. So guys, UVR protein, where it is required, in which of the following repair mechanism the UVR protein are required? UVR proteins are required in nucleotide excision repair. Just remember these things, and photolyase enzyme are required in direct repair mechanism. So guys, which protein is required in which repair mechanism, you just have to remember. This is very important. RNA is different from DNA as it has. Very important for NEET guys. Cytosine, adenine, uracil, thymine. Very easy question, and answer is C, that is uracil. RNA has uracil instead of what? Thymine. A metal is decaying which has a rate constant of 0.01. Its half-life will be. If you are having formula remembered, then it is very easy. So what have to do? You have to remember the formula, that is 0.693 divided by what? Divided by K. Divided by K. So guys, 0.693 divided by K, that is 0.01, is equal to 6.93 and is equivalent to 7. So the answer is A, that is 7, not 17, 2 and 11. The answer is A, that is 7. Approximately 6.93 is approximately like 7. Resin beads are found in which of the following chromatography technique? A is ion exchange chromatography, B is high performance liquid chromatography, that is HPLC, and C is gas chromatography, D is paper chromatography. So beads are found in which of the following chromatography? The answer is A, that is ion exchange chromatography, where number of beads are in the column and that has a charge, specific charge, and that charge what happens is in relation with the passing protein molecule which we are going to purify. So guys, the answer is A, that is ion exchange chromatography. How much volume of water is required to make 100 ml 1x saline from 10x? So guys, again, this is important question for biochemistry and biotechnology both. I have discussed this question in biotechnology class. So guys, which of the following is correct answer? 100 ml, 90 ml, 10 ml and 1 ml. So guys, again I am telling about this question is you have to remember the formula, that is M1 V1 equal to M2 V2, and here M1 is suppose 100 ml and M1 is equal to 1x and what? V1 equal to 100 ml. So what will be the V2? Just put in the formula 100 into 1 equal to 100 into x into 10. Suppose x is the volume of the water, volume of the solute required, saline required. So guys, the saline required will be what? 10 ml. 100 divided by 10 equal to 10 ml. So the water required to make up the volume is 90 ml, because you have to make 100 ml of solution, na? So what happens? The saline required is 10 ml and water required is 90 ml. That will make up to 100 ml of the volume. So guys, the answer is B, that is 90 ml. Michaelis-Menten constant is equal to substrate concentration when? This is very simply written in the form of that Km is equal to substrate concentration, that is S in the bracket, when V equal to half of the maximum velocity, V equal to double of the maximum velocity, or V equal to 1/4 of the maximum velocity, or V equal to maximum velocity. Which of the following answer is correct? just write it down in the form of the formula name, like formula abbreviations like Km, V naught, V max by 2, these things. Then it will become simpler. So guys, the answer is A, that is V equal to V max by 2, that is half of the V max, maximum velocity. So guys, the answer is, correct answer is A. 20. Photorespiration is seen in which of the following cycle or pathway? CAM pathway, that is Cross-Lecian pathway. C2 glycolate pathway. C4 Calvin pathway. D Krebs cycle or TCA. In which of the following photorespiration is seen? Photorespiration is seen in glycolate pathway, that is C2. So guys, correct answer is B, that is C2 cycle. How many NADH are required in the link reaction of the carbohydrate metabolism? So link reaction is a reaction which is occurring in between the glycolysis and Krebs cycle. So guys, how many number of NADH are produced in the link reaction? This is very important question for NEET guys. And CSIR and DBT, ICMR, JRF, MSc entrance, all the exam, these types of questions are seen. So guys, which of the following answer is correct? Just answer. A is 0, no NADH produced. B is 2, C is 3, D is 1. So guys, very direct answer is B, that is 2. 2 NADH molecules are produced in the link reaction of the carbohydrate metabolism. Question number 22 is, which is the correct about C4 cycle? It is due to dual nature of Rubisco protein. Or B, Kranz anatomy. C, oxalic acid is the first stable carbon compound. And D, it is found in the cactuses. Cactuses means xerophytic plants. So guys, which answer is correct? The correct answer is here. What you have to select? You have to select the incorrect about C4 cycle. And if you are going to select incorrect answer, incorrect about C4 cycle, then it becomes D, because it is found in what? In maize, sorghum and sugarcane. So guys, these three plants show C4 cycle, not the cactuses. What cactuses are? Cactuses are Cross-Lecians, and Cross-Lecians are related to CAM pathway. So guys, correct answer for this question is D, that is it is found in cactuses. It is wrong. It is found in what? Sorghum, maize and sugarcane. Just remember, I am telling in slow motion, so just write down this. So guys, answer is D. And the next question is, which of the following is the only 5 carbon compound in the Krebs cycle? In TCA, which of the following is the only 5 carbon compound, that is first stable compound I am talking about, not the intermediates. So guys, A is oxaloacetic acid, B is alpha ketoglutarate, C is isocitrate, and D is succinyl coenzyme A. So guys, very direct answer is alpha ketoglutarate, that is B. Just go back to this question, that is C. Oxalic acid is the first stable compound. This is why, because oxalic acid is the 4 carbon compound, so the cycle is known as C4 cycle. C4 means carbon 4 cycle. Carbon 4 oxalic acid is the first stable compound, so it is known as C4 cycle. And again in the C3, the C3 molecule is the first stable compound, so that is C3, and C2 has C2 carbon 2 carbon compound, which is first stable compound, so they are C2 cycle. So guys, question number 24, which of the following is not a ketone body? Hardcore biochemistry now we are discussing. So guys, acetoacetate, acetone, acetic acid, beta hydroxybutyrate. Number of times, like you can say 10 to 15 times this question was asked in CSIR, ICMR, DBT, and number of 10 to 15 times it is asked in NEET exam. So guys, very important question it is. So the answer is C, that is acetic acid. Acetic acid not a ketone body, otherwise these three are all ketone bodies. Glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate by. First of all, you have to remember that if anything is converted which has a phosphate group, then what? Then that will be the kinase. Kinase has a property to add phosphate molecule, and in contrast, what? Phosphatase has the property to what? To break down phosphate molecule. So guys, here what happens? Addition of phosphate is going to take place. So what happens? The kinase is only responsible. So the answer is B and C. B and C. So guys, both the answer like B and C are correct. So the correct answer is D, that is both B and C. But guys, here it is very important to discuss how these two molecules are different. If these two molecules are doing the same job, then what is the difference between these two? So guys, it is just the location difference in the location. Glucokinase is found in the liver, and so is responsible for the conversion of glucose into glucose 6-phosphate in the liver. But what happens? Hexokinase is present everywhere except for liver, and they convert glucose into what? Glucose 6-phosphate. So if they ask glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate in the liver by, then it will be glucokinase. So guys, this is the last question, and I hope you have enjoyed my video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Please guys, please subscribe to my channel and share these lectures to everyone who are preparing for NEET and like CSIR, ICMR, JRF, MSc entrances, PhD entrances, and these are very important in assistant professor exam also. So guys, all the best, and hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much.